Hey everyone, in this video we're going over a generalized upper body dynamic warm-up series that you can use to help make sure that your muscles, joints, and nervous system in your upper body are all prepped and ready to go before diving into your next upper body workout or physical activity. Now, if you want to follow along with a visual overview of the exercises in this series, you can grab the free PDF of all of these dynamic warm-ups over on my Buy Me a Coffee page. I'll put a link to that in the description below. It is totally free and it's a great resource to print off and take with you to the gym and have it on hand in case you need to reference this series. And if you want all the details pertaining to the how, why, and when to use dynamic warm-ups, you can check that out over on the first video in this playlist where I go over all of those facets in detail. All right, so feel free to follow along, and as always, make sure to modify or skip any exercises or movements that don't feel good for you. Now, this is a generalized upper body routine, meaning it can and should be modified as needed to help suit your individual needs. Okay, so here we go. Start this dynamic warm-up series by performing approximately 5 minutes of continual low-intensity movement, either as full body movement or movement of the upper body. The goal here is to use this movement to begin elevating your heart rate, increasing blood flow through your upper body, preparing your joints, and beginning to increase the sympathetic activity of your nervous system. Now, you can pick a movement of your choice, and I find that a rowing machine works quite well for upper body focus. Airdyne bikes, like what I'm using here, also work quite well, but just find a movement that produces continual lower grade full body or upper body movement for about 5 minutes. Arm circles are used to help drive more blood flow into the shoulder region while also providing gentle movement to the joint itself. Now, you'll want to perform enough arm circles to generate a small burn or sense of effort in the shoulder region. Perform about 5 small, 5 medium, and 5 large circles in a forwards direction with your palms down. Then perform the same series while performing your arm circles in a backwards direction. Then repeat the entire process with your palms facing up. Shoulder blade hugs or scap hugs help to provide a gentle stretch to the mid-upper back. To do this movement, latch your arms across your upper body as if hugging yourself. Once you've latched on, pull your shoulder blades forward with your hands while rounding your upper back and tucking your chin towards your chest. You should feel a gentle stretch in your mid-upper back as you do this. With some exercise tubing or a large band, hold the band with your palms facing up and your arms straight out in front of you. Next, pull one end of the band towards the 11 o'clock position and the other towards the 5 o'clock position for your repetitions. Then repeat the diagonal pulling with one arm pulling towards the 1 o'clock direction and the other towards the 7 o'clock direction for another round of repetitions. And once you've completed this, you can repeat this entire process with your palms facing down if you'd like. Thoracic spine foam rolling will help to mobilize the joints of the mid-upper back and stimulate some of the muscles in the mid-upper back as well. To do this, lay on a foam roller with it running perpendicular across your shoulder blades, and you can cradle your head with your hands so that you don't strain your neck. Next, lift your butt in the air and roll between the bottom and top of your shoulder blades. Pulling your chin towards your chest will help to provide more mobilization. Next, drop your butt on the floor and drape yourself backwards over the roller, which will help to mobilize the thoracic spine into extension. Use a range of motion that feels comfortable for each direction. Ys and Ts get their name for the position your arms go in, resembling their respective letters of the alphabet. Each one helps to warm up and prepare the smaller muscles of the shoulder. For the Ys, raise your arms up at a 45-degree angle as if making the letter Y, and raise your arms as high as you can without moving your chest or upper back. Follow these same rules for the Ts, where you'll raise your arms out to the side with your thumbs pointing up. Now, I advocate for performing these movements while on one knee and leaning forwards, which helps to ensure ideal form. You can perform these movements freestanding if you'd like, but you'll need to make sure you keep your lower back flat and that you can hold your position throughout the movements. The plank with arm rotations will help to activate the muscles of your core while also activating all of the muscles that cross the shoulder joint itself. As you rotate one arm up towards the ceiling, you'll feel your loaded shoulder have to brace to keep you stable. And this can be a great way to prepare the joints and muscles of the shoulder for your upcoming physical activity. Make sure that each rotation you do is slow and controlled. And if the full plank position is too challenging, you can perform this exact same movement from the knees. The plank with shoulder taps are an additional exercise that will work to activate the core muscles while activating the muscles of the shoulder, chest, and upper arm. And as you perform this exercise, try to shift your body weight as little as possible while making sure your hips stay level and that they don't roll left or right. You'll get more out of this movement by performing it slowly, so keep it slow and controlled at all times. And if it's too difficult to perform from the full plank position, perform it from your knees. Inclined plyometric push-ups are used to help neurologically prepare the muscles of the upper body by forcing the chest, tricep, and anterior deltoid muscles to contract by producing force at a quick rate. Performing this push-up from an angle such as a bench ensures a more optimal resistance than trying to do so off the floor. Your goal here is to push your upper body off the bench in an explosive manner, however it should not feel overly challenging to do so. Your sole focus here is the explosive portion of the push-up. The cross-arm tabletop dead bug is a deep core activating exercise that ensures the stabilizing muscles of the torso are primed and activated. This exercise must be performed without arching your back at any point in time throughout the movement. While laying on your back, keep either a neutral position of your lower back or gently press it into the floor and hold it there. Next, and I cannot stress this enough, aggressively push your opposite hand and knee together and maintain this aggressive push while separating your other arm and leg as far as you can without a whisper of movement from your lower back. You should feel a sense of tension arise around your midsection as you perform this exercise. Perform all repetitions on one side first and then switch to perform them on the other side. So there you have it. Now I have a few other generalized dynamic warm-up series that you can use in addition to this one. So if you want to give those a try, check out the other videos in this playlist. All right, everyone, I will see you in the next video.